Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice hangs out. Trey collected right. Right back to Jack. The ball. Flips it over to first and still gets out. Morgan Granage takes it.
In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver. And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60.
Going, caught and robbed from Sam Thomas. He'll throw over to first and double him up.
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice hangs out. Trey collected right. Right back to Jack. The ball. Flips it over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Crotch, get out, ball later!
And he might have just missed it. Caught and robbed from Jordan Rice. And that's a shot. Zach Hall, what a play!
Oh, and moonshot. Oh, he robbed it! What a catch! What a catch!
Bears coming home. What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston. And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. He's advancing home. I don't know if I like it. Oh, no! He got him. Oh my God! He crossed the plate before he was there. Going, caught and robbed from Sam Thomas. He'll throw over to first and double him up.
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh! Philip Rosenbach walked off the eighth season.
Crotch, get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. That ball's in play. Goes back, keeper came. Thomas Playhouse makes the grab. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. I like it. That ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Keaton again.
Flared up. What a play for Peter McNeil!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of Week number 4 in this 2026 AWA regular season matchup. We got a good one. Two teams over 500. The Central Cyclones at 5-4, taking on the Eastern Enforcers at 6-3. I'm Jack Blayhouse, and let's get right in today's starting lineups.
Jackson Carr, I'm him.
Zane Phillips, Mount Lake Terrace High School.
Max Melendez, Blazers.
Eddie Brown, St. Pius 10th School Elementary.
David Gibbons, Western Oregon University.
Salou Fati, Washington.
So once again, for the Central Cyclones, the away team, Brock Blayhouse will step in for David Gibbons, and no Jackson Carr, the team captain. As you can see, it's a little bit of a breezy day, a little gloomy. Now let's take a look at the Eastern Enforcers starting lineup.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evansville Way High School.
Tyler Clout, Hilltop Elementary.
Isaac Van Horn, Seattle University.
Cole Brandt, University of Washington.
And for the Enforcers, big story today, no Josh Gradwell, who's always a front runner for the Cy Young. They're going to see if they can make do without him, and no Tyler Clout. They have substitute for the Enforcers. So with that, we are ready to start game number 1. First pitch underway shortly. So here we are, ready to start game number 1 of this 3-game series here on a Thursday, May 14th in Edmonds, Washington, hoping no rain comes in. Jake Oliver will get the start with an elevated ERA, but that always goes down with more innings of work as we look at the first pitch. That's just outside. Salou Fati's going to take that one for a ball. Salou off to a little bit of a slower start for this Cyclones team, but both teams have managed to put together above 500 record in the AWA. After week 3, top teams were all at 6-3. The bottom teams were at 3-6. So a lot of parity so far in this league. Salou swings through that one, 3-1. That's outside. So a 5-pitch walk issued to Salou. Now Zane Phillips will step in. Zane Phillips, winner of the Silver Slugger last year. Off to a good start here. 4 home runs. Current leaders sit at 5. Drew Gradwell and Alex Hatch. There's but no pitch, 61 on the gun, so will remain 1-0. There's a nice looking pitch from Jake, 1-1. That ball's in play over to Isaac Van Horn. He'll make the play, throw over, and he throws that out of play, so each runner will get 1 base. Isaac Van Horn playing third base. Normally that's Jake's position. First pitch in for Eddie Brown. There's a strike, 2-1. Inside, 3-1. Nice pitch. Full count now. Eddie Brown, the starting pitcher for Central Cyclones. And that's high. He'll get on. Bases loaded for the Central Cyclones. Now Brock Blaus will come in. Still looking for that first home run. 2026. Off to a good start, average-wise. 429 on the year. Jake Oliver, once he can get through the first inning, usually he's doing a nice rhythm. Looks at a first pitch strike right there. Max Melendez on deck. Outside, 1-1. That ball's hit hard over to Isaac Van Horn. Salu's not going to run. He had to, but would have been a fielder's choice nonetheless. So Brock Blahouse, fielder's choice there to keep it 0-0.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have stopped.
So 1 out now here in the top of the first. Max Melendez will step in. Hits him there, ball 1. Thought about it, does not go. 2-0. Outside, 3-0 count for Jake Oliver. Ball's fouled straight back. 3-1. That ball popped up to Isaac Van Horn, and everyone's going to hold. Back-to-back outs with the bases loaded for the second out, and now Jake Oliver's 1 out away from getting out of this bases loaded jam. So Lou will come in. First pitch swinging. Walked in his first plate appearance to begin this game. Out in front of the changeup, 0-2. Doesn't chase, 1-2. Just misses inside, 2-2 count. Let's reload on balls here. It's been a while since Jake Oliver got the game 1 start for this Enforcers squad. Back in the days, he was the ace for this Enforcers team, and then Josh Gradwell came in, led this team to the World Series a season ago. Inside, full count. Froze him right there, strike 3, and Jake Oliver gets out of it after loading the bases up. We're into the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 the score.
Yeah, a little ride, a little tail.
Big leadoff guy. Yeah, you can let it play. Walk up. You're doing good. You hit it? Wow.
So here we are. Eddie Brown will be on the mound for this Cyclones team. Eddie Brown, the rookie, I'd say right now, arguably the favorite Twin Rookie of the Year, but there's also Cole Brand who's going to step in to lead it off. So I'd say these are the front 2 runners. Eddie Brown has a 2.44 ERA, where Cole Brandt hitting .417. There's a strike right there. Eddie Brown, a low whip guy. Does well keeping guys off base. 1-1 count. That ball's in play over to Eddie Brown. He throws his body in front of it. Ooh. We're going to pause.
That's a broken tripod. No, that was just bang bang. Yeah. No, you're fine.
Somebody clip that.
Huh? No. We missed the concrete, that's good. Yeah, now we're just on normal. Nobody get hurt.
We gotta stay the fight now.
Yeah.
Next that guy's gonna wear his face.
Wow, it didn't die? I totally saw one of those legs like break.
Yeah. When did you make that though? How did you make that though? I might have gone for the wrong bag or so. Like,
no, it was bang bang play. Is everybody okay?
Okay, after all that, we are back.
Here we go.
One out. If you're on TikTok, you didn't see that, but it looks like the camera is still working, so that's good. The tripod is destroyed.
Don't worry about that. It needs a little contact.
Still working?
Yeah, it's working.
So here comes Jake Oliver now. Now look at a ball inside, 1-0. Two 2-0. 3-0 count. 3-1. That ball's in play over to Salou. He'll step on first for the second out. So 2 quick outs now for Eddie Brown, and now Isaac Van Horn will step in. Rory Swanson, the sub for the Enforcers, on deck. Ball 1. Two and out. Strike right there. 2-1 count. Isaac Van Horn to a solid start. Still looking for that first home run in 2026. That ball's hit hard down the line. That's a fair ball. Isaac Van Horn's looking for second, and he'll hold at first base. Hard hit single there. Right on the inside of that base right there. A little bit of a ricochet. Not enough time for St. Phillips to react. Now Rory Swanson will step in and make his first at bat in the AWA. Looks at a strike. 0-1.
Oh, good hack.
Just foul back. 0-2.
Oh, he did not.
Will appeal. Call on the field as he went, but will appeal to the review booth. And he did go, so that is strike 3 for the third out. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning, right at the top of the second. 0-0 the score.
$2,000. Nothing ever happened. It's funny because the only children ever had so I don't know what he's doing. He's got a kind of a liability.
So here we are in the top of the second inning, 0-0 the score, and kind of two different stories there. Eddie Brown was able to get almost a 1-2-3 inning. And Jake Oliver loaded up the bases and was able to get out of it, but nonetheless, we're tied 0-0. St. Phillips will now step in. Swinging at that first pitch, 0-1. Lets that one drop, 1-1. 2-1. That ball has a chance, and he breaks the ball. It gets held up for Cole Brandt. If that ball did not crumple, it would have been out of here. And that's the problem when you hit it that hard. 1 out. Eddie Brown will now step in. Oh, nicks the top of the zone. Nice pitch there from Jake Oliver.
Not you.
That ball popped up, going back, and caught is Rory Swanson right underneath it. So 2 flyouts to begin the inning. Most likely would have had a chance in calmer winds. Now Brock Playhouse will step in. That ball's identical to his first one, over to Isaac Van Horn, and he throws that one away too. Brock Playhouse is trucking. He's going to get in at second base. So all around, pretty hectic at bat there.
You're running. Why did I die?
And Brock Playhouse is in there at second base after a pair of long throws. So now Max Melendez will step in. That ball curves inside, ball 1. There's a strike, 1-1 count. Does not go, 2-1. Just outside, 3-1. Salou on deck. That's high, so Max Melendez is on via the walk. So 2 on, 2 outs here in the top of the second, all tied up at 0 apiece. Salou's going to step in.
Yes, sir.
He's got a walk and a strikeout so far. That one sails inside, ball 1. Jake Oliver, you really want to go after Salou here so you don't have to face Zane with the bases loaded again. 3-0. And that's low, so a 4-pitch walk loads up the bases. For probably the last guy you want to do that for, Zane Phillips. On his last at-bat, if the ball didn't get crumpled, most likely would have been a home run. Now he's got the same opportunity here, just now with the bases loaded. Ball drops low, 1-0. Big hack, 1-1 evens the count. Ball didn't break too much, 2-1. Does not go, 3-1. Inside, so that'll walk in Brock Blayhouse for the first run of the game. Cyclones go up 1-0, and intentional or not, that was kind of the Barry Bonds treatment. Best case scenario there. I mean, obviously an out would be better. When you're facing Zane Phillips, 1 run in, it's not worst case scenario. So now Eddie Brown will come right back in. Set a pitch low. That ball's hit over to Isaac Van Horn. He's going to throw to first for the out. So Jake Oliver gets out of the inning again with the bases loaded. 1 comes across this time, and we're into the bottom of the second inning.
I thought you said something wrong. All right, everybody hits. Everybody get your batting gloves.
Technically, isn't this also
So here we are. Cole Brandt will now step in. I'm hoping there isn't a play over at first. Ball 1. That sails high, 2-0. That's a nice looking pitch on the inside corner, 2-1 count. Just low, 3-1. And that is a 5-pitch walk to Cole Brandt, who will make his way over to first base. Now Jake Oliver will step in. Ball 1. Big hack right there. 2-1 count. Checked his swing right there. 3-1.
3-0.
Or 3-0. So that will walk Jake Oliver. It's runners on first and second now. No outs after the back-to-back walks. Isaac Van Horn will step in. That ball sails just a little low. 1-0. Just low again. 2-0. Does well to fight that one off. Isaac Van Horn also looking for his first hit or home run in 2026. That's high. 3-1 count to Isaac Van Horn. Another walk. So Eddie Brown kind of matching Jake Oliver to get into this bases loaded situation. Rory Swanson will step in trying to take advantage of this bases loaded jam. That ball going back to Brock Playhouse. He'll make the catch, coming home, and he's called out. We'll take a look at the replay. He hit the backstop too, but a nice throw there from Brock Playhouse. Eddie Brown hucks it, and it crossed the base, so confirmed out there.
So pop out, and then the runner at third is out.
Knuckleball inside. Ball 1. Two and 0. Two and 1 count. 3-1. There's a strike. That ball's in play over to Eddie Brown. He'll throw over and get the out. And that'll end the inning. So we are headed to the top of the third inning. Cyclones currently lead it 1-0. So Brock Playhouse will step in. Had a single in his last plate appearance that ultimately advanced to second base on the overthrow. Cyclones trying to tack on as many as they can here to close it out in the bottom half. Big hack, fouls it back, 0-1. Oh, he wanted to swing there and he did. 0-2.
Battle now. 0-3.
Got him swinging on the drop ball for the first out.
Sorry, I launched that.
Now Max Melendez will step in. Most likely the Game 2 starter for this Cyclones team. Ball 1. Big swing right there. 1-1 count. Nails him there. 2-1. Thought about it. Does not go. 3-1 count. Slew on deck. 61 on the guns. We'll do it again. Remains 3-1. That ball's in play over to Isaac Van Horn. He's going to throw over to first and make the play. So a nice job there. There were some issues throwing from third to first, but it looked like he's finally starting to figure it out. A little bit of a closer throw. So now Salou will step in. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. 0-1. .62 on the gun, so 0-1 remains the count. Just high. 1-1. That ball in play over to Jake Oliver. He'll knock it down. Throw over to first. And he would have gotten him. Unfortunately, Rory cannot hang on to it. You're safe. Yeah. Salou thought he was out for sure, but didn't see that Rory was unable to make the play. So now Zane Phillips will step in. That ball's hit into the gap over to Cole Brandt. He'll throw to first.
Go.
And the runners will stay at first and second on the single there from Zane Phillips. Eddie Brown will step in, so 2 outs. The third out has always been the toughest for Jake Oliver. Does not go. Ball 1. There's a strike. 1-1 count. That ball popped up over to Jake Oliver and he'll make the play. So Jake Oliver, 3 very good innings. And we are headed to the bottom of the third, and Forsters need 1 to keep this game going, 2 to walk it off.
I think there's a couple. Oh, where they all go? We had like 2.
Jake Oliver will lead it off. Trying to get on base any way he can. Knuckleball, sails high, ball 1. Two and 0. Just low, 3-0. And that is a no pitch, 61 on the gun. Just barely hits the top of the speed limit. That ball's in play over to Brock Playhouse. He'll knock it down. Throw over to first. Call on the field is safe. We'll take a look at the replay. And he beat it by a millisecond, and he's in there. That's why you always run it out to first base. So now the potential go-ahead run steps in, Isaac Van Horn. First pitch swinging, and it looked like he wanted to end the game right there. Oof. Nasty looking pitch. Drops low, 1-1. Nails him there, 2-1. That ball in play over to Salou. Brock had an opportunity to get him out there. He went past the bag. Call on the field is safe. We'll take a look. And he's in there by half a step, but if Brock just looked and tagged him right there, he would have been out.
Here we go.
Now runners on first and second. Corey Swanson steps in, looks to first pitch strike. Hits the knob of the bat. That is tough. 0-2. Knuckle sails high. 1-2. Slow as the wind starts to pick up here. Looks like it's blowing to left field. Got him swinging, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Now Cole Brandt will step in. First pitch swinging. Cole Brandt. Low. 1-1. That is a tough pitch right there. 1-2 count on the slider. Takes that one inside, 2-2. Hits the zone, but 61 on the gun, new life. So it'll be 2-2 again. That's high, full count. That ball fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Good at bat here. Two rookies going at it. That ball in play. That's a fair ball. And he can't make the play. Jake Oliver's coming home. And that will tie the game. It was a bang-bang play there. Not sure if Salou made the catch there. It would have been out, but now just like that, Jake Oliver steps in with the winning run 40 feet away. Ball one. Nasty pitch, evens the count, 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Infield in. That ball's in the gap. Brock Playhouse almost gets it there, but that'll end the game. Jake Oliver, walk-off single, and the Enforcers steal game 1. We'll be back for game 2.
I forgot that was it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's why I was like, all that matters.
Same. Same? Same everything?
Yep. Same. Transfer.
Same for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like figure out
You guys ready? We're good.
Where's Eddie?
He's walking back right now.
Oh, that's really cool.
Cole, do you need like bandages or anything?
No, we're good. Does your tripod need a bandage?
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Sorry about the tripod.
Good. Tripod's fine. We'd have to make you do this.
I was trying to adjust it.
Yeah, I think just always go for that safety bag.
Yeah, I think I just like looked down and then looked up and saw the first white thing, and
it's funny because I don't know why, but like I know this is the legal person to lose, so like they need to move through.
oh no. Did I completely step on the left one? I might have. I just don't know.
I don't know. I think you can before you take the base.
Okay. Yeah.
So here we are, getting ready to start game number 2. The Cyclones are home. And the Cyclones will face Cole Brandt first. Eddie Brown pitched very well in game number 1. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it done in the final inning. They scored 2 on him, so that'll bump his ERA up to 2.5, and now they're just waiting on Brock Playhouse. So here's Cole Brandt. Not too much offense to speak of in game 1. Ball 1.
Here we go. Go, go.
Thought about it, did not go. Looked like a juicy pitch to swing at.
What?
3-0.
Gotta be yours. I know.
So both teams now at 6-4.
What? Gravy.
That's a 4-pitch walk.
I got you. I got you.
Jake Oliver has got his average up to 400, but only 1 home run. Pretty unusual for the previous previous MVP and Silver Slugger a few years back. Swings it for the first pitch. Now 1-1. This wind, it seems a little bit tougher to get these pitches where the pitchers want them, and harder for the batters to get one out, as that one's popped up to Eddie Brown, and he makes a fingertip catch. Looked a little more difficult than it was going to be, but that'll be the first out of the inning. See him right here, just barely get it. The wind kind of pushed it. He's able to hang on, and now Isaac Van Horn will step in. Even without their star pitcher, this Enforcers team finds a way to win. Favorites to repeat. So Isaac Van Horn swings through that one, strike one. That ball into the gap. Salou just runs over to first without looking at the ball there, and he's on with a single. The runner advances all the way to third. It looked like Salou was just immediately running to first. The ball's hit right to him. Rory Swanson will step in. Looks at a first pitch strike. Trying to get his first career hit here in the AWA. The understaffed Enforcer squad.
Oh, good act, good act.
0-2.
Like that.
Knuckleball misses low, 1-2. Super curve outside, 2-2. Does well to fight that one off. Stays alive, 2-2. That ball is in play. That's a fair ball. And he'll be called out at first. We'll take a look at the replay. Nonetheless, one run comes in. It's a little bit closer than we thought it was going to be. So he's confirmed out at first, but the run does score. So 2 outs now, 1-0 the score, and Cole Brandt will step right back in. 1-0. That ball popped up to Salou, and that'll do it. So all around, good inning there. One come across for the Enforcers, and we're into the bottom of the first.
I would have just stuck if it was a third down on us.
What if that ball's gonna hit you on the face? It's gonna hurt. No, dude. I can actually pull down when I do this. Anything else, I just can't.
That's good.
Then you gotta do this. Hell yeah.
Content. 85 right to Brock's base.
Yeah.
Brock, where are the mic for this game? Come on. We need some.
I'm not saying anything funny right now.
That's fine. Let's try it.
So Salou will lead it off. Not too much offense to speak of after game 1. 4 total runs scored between these two teams. Ball 1. Just low, 2-0. Nice placed pitch right there on the inside corner, 2-1.
Good.
3-1. That ball's in play over to Jake Oliver. He'll throw over to first and get the out. Nice job right there. First out of the inning taken care of. No one ran into each other. Another win right there. Got Gotta buy a tripod on Amazon shortly. That tripod is destroyed. And that's exactly what Zane Phillips is looking to do right here. He steps in. Ball one, Zane Phillips. One of the few hitters over 400 average. Trying to stay right there. That ball, another top spin to Jake Oliver. A little bobble, and he'll make the play. Nice job there from Rory Swanston to get the, not a perfect throw over there. He manages to hold on. So now Eddie Brown will step in. 2 outs to begin game number 2. Drops low. 1-0. Ooh, thought about it. Does not go 1-1. Clips the outside corner. Slider just misses high. 2-1. That ball going back, but caught from Cole Brand, and that's a nice 1-2-3 inning. Something we haven't seen yet from Jake Oliver. And we head to the top of the 2nd inning.
Hit 90. Hit 90. Hit 90.
87.
Getting close. What? No, you're right. My apologies.
I haven't. I don't know.
So here we are in the top of the 2nd inning. There's Eddie Brown, 2.5 ERA. To begin his rookie career, 25 Ks, 18 innings of work. Solid all around, and 4.2 Ks over 3. Ball one. That ball's hit up a mile. Eddie Brown almost made the play. Unfortunately, couldn't hang on to it. It's often tough to see if that ball hits that tree we have on the infield. If it hits, it's a foul ball, but it's tough to see from the booth. There's a nice pitch right there, 1-2. Ooh, nasty pitch, strike 3 for Eddie Brown. Isaac Van Horn steps in. 375 average. Trying to join the 400 average club. Does not go.
Oh, good hack.
Hack right there, evens the count, 1-1.
My hand.
Good top hand.
Nasty knuckleball right there, 1-2. Low, 2-2. That ball popped up to Eddie Brown, and he'll make the play for the 2nd out. Now Rory Swanson will step in. Almost got his first hit in his last at-bat. That ball in play over to Brock Playhouse. Knock it down, throw over to first. And there it is. Save that ball. Single there for Rory Swanson on the first pitch he saw of that at-bat.
Everybody likes those more.
Cole Brandt will step in.
go. Oh, good act.
First pitch swinging. 0-1. That ball's in play over to Eddie Brown. He'll knock it down, throw over to first, and get the out. Eddie Brown, every time that ball's hit to him, he drops to his knees, but he makes the play. We head to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 to score. So here we are in the bottom of the second inning. Brock Playhouse will step in. Brock Playhouse will step in.
Sorry.
Brock Playhouse hitting 400 after game 1. Ball 1. Doing up. Thought about it. Does not chase. 3-0 count to Brock Playhouse.
Good.
And he really wanted to swing. He fouls that back. 3-1. Low 5-pitch walk to Brock Playhouse. Max Melendez will step in. Just fouls that back. 0-1. Does not go. 1-1. Outside.
Wait.
3-1 count.
That'd be perfect, Max. Here we go. Come
There's a strike. Full count.
Battle now. Win it. Come on, Max.
Fights it off. We'll do it again. Got him swinging right there. Strike 3 for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Salou will step in.
Late break. And he threw that 2 in a row. First strike and then foul. And then the last one, he threw the same arm shot, but it didn't break.
Ball 1. Big swing right there. 1-1 count. Nails him inside. 2-1. That's a tough pitch. 2-2. Zane Phillips waits on deck. Froze him right there. Strike 3 for the second out. Zane Phillips will step in. Trying to jumpstart this Cyclones offense. That ball sails way wide, 1-0. Two and 0. Jake Oliver's definitely going to try and pitch carefully to Zane Phillips. Oh, call out a strike there.
Zane, bend it in a little bit. Lift down, push it down. There you go.
Jake, let me know if it's good.
Yeah, you're good.
So 2-1 count.
Yeah, equipment testing.
Thought about it, does not chase 3-1. And he throws behind him, intentional or not. Not the worst idea when facing Zane Phillips. Now runners on first and second for Eddie Brown. Jake Oliver's knocked his ERA down to 5.4 after that first game. Ball one. Inside, 2-0. Trying to get on base for Brock Playhouse. It's on second base and on deck. There's a strike. 2-1. That ball hit back into the gap. Brock Playhouse chucking home, and he's in there. The runners will hold at second and third after the throw. But a nice double there for Eddie Brown.
There you go, Brock. There you go, Eddie.
And we have ourselves a tie game. Brock Playhouse now an opportunity to break out of the tie.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Needs to catch his breath. Hasn't been doing too much cardio.
Wait, no, that was more than that.
He only ran 90 feet, but he's completely out of breath.
The adrenaline.
Oxygen tank. And that would have been a nice pitch. Just a little too excited, fouls that off. There's a tough pitch right there. 0-2.
Yeah, I know. Don't say that.
Oh, damn.
That ball is hit through the legs of Isaac Van Horn, and everyone is safe.
Hi, boy, Brock. Good
Brock Playhouse comes up clutch. Isaac Van Horn almost had a play there. It broke right into him. We'll take a look at third just to confirm. But he's in there at third, too.
Come on, Ace.
So 2-1 now the score, and Max Melendez steps in, trying to continue to help his squad out here. Does not go. 1-1.
Hello, Max.
Ball is popped up, and that's in the bushes. A long strike number 2, 1-2 here. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Jake Oliver up to 43 pitches. Does go strike 3, and that'll do it for the bottom of the second inning. We head to the top of the third. Eddie Brown's going to try and close this thing out.
Oh, it is this guy.
of the third. Cyclones lead it 2-1. Eddie Brown 3 outs away from getting a win here.
Thank you very much.
That hits his hand there, ball 1. There's a nice looking pitch right at 60. 1-1. Ooh. Almost kills the fan section. 1-2.
Yeah. I promise, I'm trying to go that way, I promise.
Trying to kill our only fans here. Eddie Brown, 1 pitch from getting that first out of the inning. And that drops low, 2-2.
Yeah.
Got him swinging right there. Strike 3. Eddie Brown gets that first out.
That's what you get for trying.
And first out of the inning is always the hardest out to get. Isaac Van Horn will now step in. Does not go 1-0. Almost hits him. 2-0. Three 3-0 count. Murray Swanson on deck. Potential tying run at the plate. Enforcers need 1 run to keep this game going. 61. So it'll remain 3-0. There's a strike. Eddie Brown, one of the best pitchers at throwing a strike when he needs to. Foul back. Full count. Isaac Van Horn. Got him swinging. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Eddie Brown. Now it'll come down to Rory Swanson. His AWA debut, had his first hit in this game. Now trying to keep the hopes alive for this Enforcers squad. Head in the count, 2-0. There's a strike, top of the zone, 2-1. Cyclones 1 out away from taking game 2. Just outside, 3-1.
Hey, gotta be yours. On the barrel.
Oh, that ball's in play, and that will end the game.
Every equipment.
So that'll do it for game 2. Cyclones take it 2-1. And we'll be back shortly for game 3, the rubber match.
I get 1 more inning then, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll just start with the same. I'll just do that. Like, I only got. There's one under that.
Zane, Max pitching. Who's is Eddie just DHing? Eddie's at first.
Eddie will go to second.
Rocket first.
Yeah.
Really? You guys ready?
So here we go. Jake Oliver has one more inning of eligibility here for Game 3, so he'll get the start in the rubber match. Bad news for the Enforcers is obviously without Josh Gradwell, they're going to have to go into a kind of bullpen game situation. Not sure who's going to come in after him.
Is Jake going 3?
He pitched 2 innings. He'll get 1 inning. You guys won in the top of the third.
Well, there's a look at Jake Oliver. Completely, there's his career stats, 3.69. Not too shabby. 444 Ks, 275 innings pitched. Just got his ERA down to 5.05.
Palooza. The start of the game. Where's the loop?
So Salou will come in, trying to get on base for this Cyclones team. It's a little sunnier now as we look out there. First pitch of Game 3 of the rubber match. Strike. Both teams have won a game. Oh, 2. That's low, 1 and 2. Enforcers currently at 6 and 5. Cyclones at 7 and 4. That goes inside. One more win for the Cyclones would tie them atop leaderboard with the Nighthawks at 8 and 4. Fouls that off. Remains 2 and 2. Just misses. Full count. Just inside. So Salou is on. They're swinging at the first 2 pitches, watches them to get on base. And now Zane Phillips will step in.
Number 1, Zane Phillips.
That ball is hit towards the back, and that's out of there. Zane Phillips, 2-run home run for the first home run of the day, and it was only a matter of time before Zane Phillips got it. He's now tied atop the leaderboard with 5 home runs. Drew Gradwell and Alex Hatch. Now Eddie Brown will step in.
I thought there was some sort of rule against
Eddie Brown step in. He'll be at second base in this game after pitching 2 great games for the Cyclones. Kept him in both and won one of the 2.
Jeez, sorry.
Jeez. What's going on with these bats? Yeah, my goodness. They're just aiming for the tripods now.
Yeah.
1-1.
So, last game, that's 5. Oh, okay.
All right, just checking in, wondering when the meatballs are coming. Yeah.
He's retrieving that bat. He threw it into the bushes.
Where is it?
Right behind the fence. I just can't get there.
Behind the fence?
So as they retrieve that bat, we're gonna step in with a new bat, 1-1. There we go, in play, over to Cole Brand. He'll throw over. He would have been safe either way. So that's a single right there for Eddie Brown. Jake Oliver is supposed to give the Enforcers a good start.
Ooh, is that one better?
Doesn't get anyone out. After 3 batters, now Brock Blehouse will step in. High, ball 1. That ball going back, it's a foul ball. And Isaac Van Horn almost makes the catch. That was pretty close. Hit the tree. So a long strike right there, 1-1.
Oh, bro.
Just underneath it, over to Rory Swanson for the first out of the inning. Just missed that one.
That's 2, right?
Oh, Max. One.
And now Max Melendez will step in.
I did.
Oh, you got what? The dirty one. What do you mean dirty?
We just got it out the bud.
Yeah,
the bud.
Thought about it, does not go 1-0. Slew on deck. Two and out. Three and out.
You got it. I didn't know you had it back there. You dropped the rhythm. Come on, Max. Wait.
Popped up, playable. Jake Oliver will make the catch. He'll throw over to second. That's some good defense right there to hold Eddie Brown. 2 darts. But because it hit the brick wall, will not be an overthrow. So 2 outs now. One runner on first. It was a single from Eddie Brown, and now Salou will step in, trying to add to this Cyclones lead. Ball 1. That ball going back over to Cole Brandt, and that'll do it for the top of the first. Zane Phillips hits a 2-run home run to give the Cyclones the 2-0 lead.
The starting pitcher for the Seattle Cyclones,
It was early in the morning when he rode into town.
He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw with syndrome and came a whisper from his lips. And he's here to do some business with the big guy on his hip. The guy on his hip.
You want it? You want it?
Now batting, the loser and enforcer. First baseman, number 15, Cole
So here we are in the bottom of the first inning. Cole Brandt will lead it off. And Max Melendez is on the mound, strike one. Max Melendez gets a ground ball, throws over to Brock for the first out. I was going to say, Max Melendez has really turned it on this season pitching-wise, off to a little bit of a rougher start a season ago. It seems like he put all of his batting ability into his pitching ability. His last start was 3 scoreless innings. Now Jake Oliver will step in. There's a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. High again, 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Slider sails outside, 2-2 count. Move a check swing right there, goes foul, remains 2-2. Fouls that off into the foul ball zone. We'll do the 2-2 again. High, full count to Jake Oliver. And that's just high, so Jake Oliver will get a walk out of a long at bat. Now Isaac Van Horn will step in.
Now batting from the eastern enforcers, the second baseman, number 1, Isaac Van Horn.
Just outside, ball 1. Swinging right there, right at 61-1 count. Outside, 2-1. Just swinging right there, 2-2 count. Roy Swanson on deck. Inside, so back-to-back full counts elicited from Max Melendez. That would have been a strike. Does well to foul it off. Fouled back again. Enforcers making Max Melendez work. Already 17 pitches with one out in the first. That ball has a chance, but it's going back to Brock Blehaus for the second out. Jake Oliver holds at first base. Now Rory Swanson will step in. Batting fourth for the Enforcers here in Game 3 of this rubber match. Cyclones currently have a 2-0 lead. The question will be who will come in to pitch for the Enforcers. Fouls that back, 0-1. 64, so remain 0-1. Fouls that off. Swinging at all 3 first pitches, 0-2. That ball is just foul. I mean, it doesn't matter. Still 0-2. Enforcers were quick to call that 61, but didn't do anything. 61 that time. So new life. Max Melendez normally leads the league in speed checks, and season him and Ian Michael of the Wolfpack tend to run hot. That's high. 1 and 2.
All right.
That ball going over to Eddie Brown, who calls off Zane Phillips. That'll do it. A nice inning there from Max Melendez. We head to the top of the second, 2-0 the score.
Cole's pitching now. I said Haley. No, you don't need to. Cole's pitching. No, not you. For the staff. Oh, God. Sun on the eye, bothering you? A little bit, man.
So we knew this was the question mark. Who was going to start after Jake Oliver was finished? And we have our answer. Cole Brandt will make his first career start in the AWA.
13.
They normally don't have this issue with Josh Gradwell and Jake Oliver being their 1 and 2 pitchers, one of the best 1-2 punches in the AWA. Cole Brandt will see what he's got against this potent Cyclones offense. I think took a quick training course before the game. Jake's had to be a bit of a bullpen game between him and Isaac Van Horn, so we'll see. So Zane Phillips will start off the inning, and definitely not the first guy you want to face while pitching. I know the Cyclones are probably licking their lips right now. The question is, will he throw strikes? So here we go. Ball 1. A little speedy there, 2-0. Three and 0, flinging it in there. And 4-pitch walk. Old ran a little all over the place in his first 4 pitches, but just time to lock in here. Eddie Brown will step in. He's getting closer. Ball 1. Two and 0. Just misses low. 3-0 count. That's inside. So 8 pitches, 2 walks. Brock Bleas will step in. Brock Bleas' average up to 455 after game 2. As the wind starts to come in here.
That was really strong.
Ball low.
Hey, see something you like, give it a ride, 1-3.
10 pitches, 10 balls. That ball's destroyed into the gap. Zane Phillips is going to hold it third. Another single for Brock Bleas. Brock a little upset. That didn't go a little farther. But now bases juiced for Max Melendez. Ball drops low, 1-0. So far, 13 pitches, 12 balls, 1 strike, which Brock hit for a hard hit single. Hit his hands there, 3-0. Bounce outside to walk in another run. 3-0 now the score.
Zane? Yeah. I'm enacting the one swing for at bat rule.
So Salou will step in.
Go, Salou.
RBI opportunity here. Ball one.
Salou.
2-0.
There you go. There's your one.
Nice looking swing right there. 2-1. Ooh, just a bit high. 3-1 count.
Here we go.
You're right.
Does not go. 5-pitch walk. Another run comes in. 4-0 the score here in the top of the second. Wouldn't say the greatest start we've ever seen, but still time to turn it around. Ooh, there's a strike. 0-1. Knuckleball inside. 1-1. Two and one count to Zane Phillips. Current leader tied for first with 5 home runs. And that is another walk. So a run comes in. Score now 5-0. Eddie Brown. Oh, and they're going to sub out Cole Brand after a tough start. Isaac Van Horn's going to come in.
Haley? Haley? Yeah. Isaac Van Horn pitching?
And they're going to try and see what Isaac Van Horn has.
You might have a little juice.
Can't be, there we go. Can't be any worse than Cole Brand. Saying, without limited practice on a short notice without Josh Gradwell, these position players are being thrown into the game here, trying to keep it at a manageable distance. 5-0 to score. Eddie Brown will step in. Hits him there. Ball one. Inside again. 2-0. 3-0. Outside, 4-pitch walk, 6-0. 4 runs have come across. Brock comes in. He does have a hit so far.
You know the strategy.
Ball one. Thought about it. Does not go. 2-0. Swings there, fouls it into his leg. 2-1. Big hack. 2-2. Check swing, hits it into the Aaron Schofield tree. So we'll do 2-2 again. Fouls it off. Fouls it off. He stays alive. Long at bat here. Outside, full count to Brock Bleas. That's going to be a walk.
but it wasn't going to hit. But yeah, don't do that.
So,
I agree. I think, yeah. I'll take the no pitch.
you want a no pitch?
Yeah, I'll take the no pitch.
All right. I guess we'll do a no pitch.
How many outs are there?
There's no outs.
Yeah.
Full count. Brock will take the no pitch. See if the gamble pays off. Jeez. Yeah, another foul ball. Hits the tree. Another pitch coming in. Very long at bat. My goodness.
Go. Let's go. Go to work.
That ball's hit over to Jake Oliver. He'll step on second, throw home, and get the double play.
No way. You're smooth. Safe by a mile. That's crazy.
It's where the ball passes the base.
I know.
He's out by a mile.
Oh,
I know we're pushing to end the inning, but
I mean, you can look at the replay.
let me see again.
Okay, so here's the ball. The ground is the plate. Then I read a book, and then he steps up.
I read a book. Okay, Dad. Okay, Dad.
Wait, one sec. Let me. So. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out over here. So no runs scored, 2 outs. So runner going from second to third is out, and the runner going from third to home is out.
Goes all the way around. And my husband's favorite. That's so. Oh my God.
No, yeah. What's our score? We got at least 4. We got maybe even 5. Did you score?
It's 6-0.
6-0. Yep.
So 6-0 the score, 2 outs after the double play. Fielder's choice. And that gamble did not pay off for Brock Playhouse. That ball's hit hard but foul, 1-1. Just low, 2-1. Popped up but foul.
Right behind it.
Isaac Van Horn takes a spill. 2-2.
Just dropping the barrel there. Why am I getting under it?
I'll dial in on this one. I'll watch it all.
I'm seeing it good.
Full count. Got him swinging, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. We're into the bottom of the second inning, 6-0 the score.
I had no count for that.
Oh, I got you. In one inning.
Simmer down, Hotshot.
I haven't been able to hit that.
Don't know what that was.
I was scared of the mic.
It feels like, you know, like when you're running.
I don't know for some people it is, but.
So here we are in the bottom of the second inning. Cole Brandt will step in.
Oh, yeah.
Enforcers have some work to do here. 6-0 deficit. Ball 1. That ball going back and caught. That ball looked like it has a home run all the way, and it just held up, and Eddie Brown makes the play for the first out of the inning. These balls are not traveling today. Eddie Brown also avoids running into that tree. It is padded. Ball 1.
Hold your horse.
Just popped up. Max Melendez makes the play. 2 outs. Isaac Van Horn steps in, trying to help himself out after some excellent relief innings.
Go, Isaac. Up stuff, baby. Relief.
2-0.
Good.
3-0. Roy Swanson on deck.
You're grilling. All that? Yes.
Off the foot, foul ball. 3-1 count. Popped up over to Eddie Brown. He'll make the play. 1-2-3 inning for Max Melendez. That's how it's done. We're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. 6-0 remains the score.
Oh, they're a good defense. I never ever doubted that.
Well, unlimited outs.
This game.
Unlimited outs.
This game has been one walk, one.
So Salou will lead it off for the Central Cyclones. It could have been a much bigger inning an inning ago, but they get 4 across. Excellent relief from Isaac Van Horn, who's never pitched in the AWA before, came in to replace Cole Brandt. Here we go.
We're not going. No, I'm here to do one thing.
Go slow on this run.
No,
to have a good time.
Mountain Dakota.
Player safety number 1.
This is my 3rd pair of Mountain Dakota, and the other 2 each got stuff.
Enforcer's hoping for a quick inning here. Turn around in the bottom half of the 3rd and try and put together some runs. Hits him there, ball 1. There's a strike, 1-1. Big swing and a miss right there, 1-2. The pressure got to him, 2-2. Got him right there, saved that ball. First strikeout in the AWA, and now it's going to get a little tougher with Zane Phillips stepping in. 5 home runs. Try and be the first member of the 6 home run club here in week 4. Swing and a miss, 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Swing and a miss right there, 1-2. That ball's hit into the gap over to Rory Swanson. Isaac Van Horn's not covering, and Zane Phillips is in there. It stayed at the brick wall, so that could have turned into more issues, but saved by the gutter. And Zane Phillips is on. Eddie Brown will now step in, playing some excellent defense for the Cyclone squad. Ball 1 low. Fouls it back, 1-1. Popped up, playable. Rory Swanson makes the play for the 2nd out. Zane Phillips stays at first. And now Brock Playhouse will step in. And he is in swing mode. 0-1. 1-1. Hits him there, 2-1. Just low. 3-1 count to Brock Playhouse. Just misses that one. It goes foul. Full count. Hits that one foul again. I think Brock Blouse has seen the most pitches here today. And that is low. So Brock Blouse will get on via the walk.
Is that 4? Next.
Now Max Melendez will step in. Opportunity to give himself some more insurance runs to close it out in the bottom half of the third inning. Big swing right there. Fouls that one off. 0-2. Sails high, 1-2. Nails him, 2-2. So we reload on balls. Isaac Van Horn single-handedly keeping this Enforcer squad in it. They are down 6 runs, but definitely could have been much worse without the help of Isaac Van Horn. Got him swinging, strike 3, and Isaac Van Horn helps out the Enforcers big time. They need 6 runs to keep this game going, 7 to walk it off in the bottom of the third. Max Melendez, 3 outs away from another shutout. See what the Enforcers have to say. Rory Swanson will lead it off. And here we are, all ready to get started in the final inning of this 3-game series rubber match. Enforcers need something to happen. Don't know what that was. 1-0, 77. What's going on here? We're trying to do the little change piece action there. 3-0. There's a strike, trying to speed him up with the speed check and then slow him down. 3-1 count. That ball's hit past Zane Phillips, and that'll break up the no-hitter for Max Melendez. Had a good run at it, but the rookie Rory Swanson, his AWA debut, breaks up a no-hitter. Ball 1 to Cole Brandt. That ball's going back towards the wall. Rory Swanson held there, so back-to-back singles. 2 on now, no outs. Now Jake Oliver will come in. Starting to get interesting. Big hack, fouls it back. 0-1. Inside, 1-1 count. Isaac Van Horn on deck. There's a strike. Top of the zone, 1-2. Got him swinging. Strike 3 for the first out here in the bottom of the third. Throws the ball right at him.
Almost landed in my hand.
Now Isaac Van Horn has a chance to break this lead in half. They're going to need to keep this rally going if they have any shot of breaking the 6-run deficit. There's a strike. 0-1. Another strike. Nice slider. 0-2. Up high. 1-2 count. That ball's in play over to Zane Phillips, and he can't hold on to it. We're going to take a look at that, but it looked, the ball just, he couldn't put his hand on the ball there. We'll see if, just couldn't pick it up. So base is juiced after that. That is unfortunate. And that ball going back, he slips and caught at the wall. And Jake Oliver does not go. So a long fly out right there to get to 2 outs, bases loaded, and Cole Brandt will step in. Nasty first pitch strike, 0-1. 1-1. Two and 1 count. 3-1. It would have been out of this game. Zane could just hold on to that ball, but new life. There's a strike. So full count to Cole Brandt. 2 outs, bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd. Trying to keep this game going. That ball popped up to Max Melendez, and he gets out of it. The shutout still intact. The Cyclones take Game 3 and the series. They'll improve to 8-4. Enforcers drop to 6-6. That'll be all here from Edmonds, Washington. We'll be back on Monday to close out Week 4. Good night, everyone. Remember, as always, dingers or nothing.